Hello, my name is Brian Morgan. I'm the Chief Executive Officer and President of the Texas Youth Football Association. We're here today to demonstrate techniques and the tackling procedures for the Shadowman tackling system. With the rising concerns about safety, not only at the NFL level, but at the youth level, the Texas Youth Football Association initiated a TYFA safety initiative. Through this initiative, we are aiming to make the game of football safer, more playable, but ultimately to preserve our game for generations to come. We felt like if we don't take the steps now as far as to protect the game will disappear in a couple of years. So with our safety initiative, one of those first steps was to find those training aids that can help keep the game safer, reduce person-to-person contact, and mitigate injuries. That is why we went with the Shadowman system. The Shadowman system provides a realistic tackling approach due to the fact that the dummy is shaped like a humanoid. So the kids have a chance to tackle a dummy that's very similar to their body shapes, as well as it's a moving target, so they're able to chase down the target as well as tackle the target as it would be in live action scenarios.
And what do you think is the most important thing we do for the game going forward? Where do you think we need to focus in order to continue to grow the game?
Well, without a doubt, it's safety. And, we want to try to address, the impact to the head and dealing with the concussion issues. And if we improve the game, and I think we've made the right steps, I think this game will be around for a long while. When you're coaching, and all the coaches can attest to that, is when you're doing tackling drills, you can't really focus on one individual, because also you have the other player that's being hit. You want to make sure he's okay, he's falling to the ground, make sure he doesn't have concussion or just severely injured. This right here allows you to teach some of the fundamentals that we talk about, really to focus specifically on it, but now it gives you that ability to be mobile with it as well, so you can really be specific on how we do things correctly. Because if we don't, then obviously it's not going to be as successful.
Gotcha. Well, Coach Flowers, really appreciate you joining us today, and hopefully it'll be a good session. Okay, so coaches, what we're going to cover today is the 3 fundamentals of shadow tackling, and they are: number 1, angle; number 2, fit; and number 3, finish. So with the first step on angle, what we want to do there is make sure that everyone's going in with the correct foot, with the correct shoulder position, and the correct head position. So we're going to say lead foot, lead shoulder, and head behind, and that's going to be the key phrase on the angle tackle. Okay, so step 1 is the angle. Moving on then to step 2. Step 2 is your fit. What we want to focus on with the fit is we want to keep our hands tight. So what we're going to say is tight hands or right hands. And what we're going to build on from there is the shoulder punch. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we're nice and tight, nice and compact, and we're leading with our shoulder, and we're not lunging with our hands. And then step 3 is going to be the finish, and that's where we're going to move on to game speed tackling. And what I really want to emphasize, coaches, is we're not going to go on to step 3, the finish, game speed tackling, until we're 100% confident on our fundamentals. Okay, so a couple of phrases we're going to use is set the foot to set the tackle. Okay, and that's your foundation. Unless you get your angle correct, you're not going to get your fit correct. If you don't get your fit correct, you're not going to get your finish. So remember, coaches, this is stuff that we want to drill every day, particularly with step 1 and step 2. They're your everyday reps, and you should be doing them in the warm-up every single practice. Okay, so coaches, our first drill here is the angle. What we're looking for here is lead foot, lead shoulder, and head behind. The reason why this is important is it's going to get the head out of the tackle. They're going to be safer in the tackle, and they're going to be more dominant and more effective in the tackle. So as Coach Flowers is walking down the line here, typically we used to put our head in front, right?
Correct. Head across the bow.
So we're going to do something different today. We're going to put our head behind here, okay? And I'm going to show you why. So 2 reasons why. First reason, when you put your head behind, you're in a stronger position. You've got a more effective tackling angle. Does that make sense? So let me show you. So if I put my head across the bow, and coach is just going to push me, all right? I'm not as strong. Now if I put my head behind, okay, I'm in a stronger position. What you're going to be looking to do today, guys, as you come across, you want to put your head behind. And that's why he's got a bent knee posture here. Do you see that? So where are we going to put our head? We're going to put it here or here? Behind, right? Good stuff. So we'll go through it once. So jog up, lead foot, lead shoulder, head behind. Break back on the clap. So it's the opposite side here. So what side is my head going to go to?
Right.
Excellent. So I'm going to jog up. And what foot do I lead with? Left. And what shoulder do I lead with? Left. And where does my head go? Right, exactly. Okay?
Good, there we go. Good. Close this distance to the ball here. Go. There you go. Head back. I like it though. I like it. That's what close distance. Go. Good. Get it there. Come around. What foot? What should it be? Go. Good. Now try to same thing. Keep our head back. We're doing this. We're so used to running through. Let's keep our head back. We want to keep our head out of it.
The reason we chose Shadowman as the official tackling aid of TYFA is due to the fact of its realism. It's a humanoid type tackling system that gives the kids the realistic action of tackling another player. But we chose Shadowman because it's cost effective, as well as it is affordable for all organizations, whether you are a parent looking to buy one or whether you're a league looking to buy one for your respective teams.
Okay, so coaches, we're on to step 2, which is the fit. The main focus of the fit is keeping your hands tight. The phrase we're going to use here is tight hands or right hands, so our elbows are locked in like this. And then from there, what we want to see is a combo of a shoulder punch. So we want them to punch with the shoulder first and then wrap. And it's really important to get it in that order, or else it's not going to be effective tackle. And lastly, coaches, what we're looking for here is we're looking for your players to close down the space. We don't want to see any gaps in the tackle here. No space, nice and tight. Okay, so step 2 is fit. Okay, in step 1 we were thinking about our angles, getting our head behind. Okay, lead foot, lead shoulder, and head behind. Our next focus now is going to be with our upper body. Okay, so we're going to show you, if you step back here, guys, I'm going to show you on Coach Flowers some good and bad examples.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to start with the bad example first, and we're going to bring it back to Shadowman. So if Coach Flowers comes down the line at me here, and if I lead with my hand, okay, all your strength comes from your base here. So if I lead with my hand, my base goes back, okay, and I don't have any power. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to focus on getting as tight as possible to the tackler.
Yep.
And we want to get rid of bad habits like leading with your hands. So what we're going to say to you here is tight hands or right hands. Okay?
Repeat that. What is it?
Tight hands or right hands?
Good.
Okay, so what we want to avoid doing is swooping. Okay, the reason why we want to avoid swooping is if I lead with my hands, my base goes out, I'm not powerful. Coach Flowers is a big guy. He's going to knock me down.
You're reaching the tackle. We don't want to reach the tackle. We want to close the distance, use our shoulder to tackle. What do you call shoulder punch? We say use our shoulder pads to tackle.
Okay? And this all goes into what we say is tackle dominance. Okay? And what you need to start thinking about is the tackler is the timer. So when Coach Flowers says close the space, he really means it. You have to control that space in here by being aggressive, okay, and being confident and getting in nice and tight. Okay, so if I'm out here and I'm lunging, I've got no power. If I'm nice and tight like this, I've got all the power, and I want to strike with my shoulder first. So we're going to say tight hands or right hands. Okay, repeat that after me.
Louder.
Tight hands or right hands?
Thank you.
Then we're going to shoulder punch And we hit with our shoulder first, and then we wrap. So it's not wrap first, we don't do that. Shoulder punch, okay? In there, wrap, and now I'm in charge. Understand? Okay? So back to step one, lead foot, lead shoulder, head behind. Now I'm a little big for Shadowman Junior, but you still get what we're trying to accomplish here is getting a good angle. Now what's different here is we're trying to encourage a good habit of shoulder punching. We want to lead with the shoulder, not with the hands. We want nice and tight, and we want power from our hips and our quads going up through the tackle. So step one, going to get comfortable with our shoulder. Step two, wrap. And then step three, we're going to drive up and through and explode up through the tackle, which what we call low to high. Okay, so let's just do 5 reps on my shoulder, coach. All right, that's good. Next step is I'll do 5 wraps. Set, go. And we want to lift and squeeze, okay?
Go. Good. Go. Good. Go. Good. Go.
What we're emphasizing here is we're nice and tight, okay? There's no space in here, and it's with the shoulder first and then the wrap. The last step then, step 3, is we're going to step up and through. So we set, coach, you might need to step back when we do this.
Got it.
Set, go.
Explode up through the hips. Hips through. So we're going to go 3 reps. I'm going to hit your shoulder 3 times. Then you're going to wrap it 3 times. Then you're going to drive it up on the last one. Ready? Go. Go. Shoulder there. Go. That was 3. Now you're going to wrap it. Ready? Go. Good. Wrap it. Make your hands touch. Go. Good. Go. Good. Go. You with the shoulder. Go. Good. Go. Good. Now let's wrap it. Wrap it right. Go. Good. Head up.
Tight hands or right hands?
Go. Good. Keep it tight. Go. Good. All right. Now I want you to hit and drive up. Ready. Go. There you go. Good.
We're on to step 2, which is the 5th. And what we want to do here is we want to get our players confident leading with their shoulder, getting nice and tight on Shadowman, getting nice and tight on the tackler here, and rolling to the ground. After this, we're going to move on to step 3, which is the finish, which is Shadowman on the move, which is a game speed tackle. All right, so before we go on to game speed tackling with Shadowman, what we're going to do here is make sure that all our players are confident in their technique, and we want to make sure that they're nice and tight to Shadowman. There's no space, they're punching with their shoulder, and their technique on the 5th, step 2, is perfect before we move on to step 3. Okay, so I want you to make a good shoulder strike with your right shoulder, and as the shoulder comes through, feel it, then you wrap, squeeze, and roll through, roll through, roll through. That's good. Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay, so get set, lead foot, lead shoulder, head behind, nice and strong. Set, go. Okay, go back. What did you do?
3.
Think about it. What did you do? You swooped. Yeah. So we're not going to finish on a bad rep. Let's get down and do it again. Okay. Lead foot, lead shoulder, head behind. It's a shoulder punch. Tight hands are? Right hands. Tight hands are?
Right.
Okay, nice and tight with your elbows. Set, go. Brilliant. Well done. Well done. That's a great rep. Let's make it a good one, MJ, right? Set, go. Okay, you swoop with your hands. We'll just try that one more time. Let's make it a good rep. So MJ. Set, go. Well done. That's your best rep. Okay, so coaches, we're moving on to our last part, step 3, which is the finish. The first drill that we're going to do on the finish is called the tracking tackle. And what the tracking tackle allows us to do is it allows us to monitor the angle and the fit. So as we move Shadowman along, we're going to shimmy and break down, and we're going to monitor the angle and the fit, and we're going to allow them to make a full and complete tackle. But this drill allows us to monitor as we go through, is the angle right, is the fit right, and now we're moving on to the finish. We recommend going at about 70% game speed to start, when they're comfortable, when they're forming up correctly, and when you see a good angle, good fit, and the finish starting to come, start upping that to 80-90%. Okay, so guys, what are the 3 steps of tackling?
Angle, fit, finish.
Finish, exactly. So what we're focusing on here is at every 5 yards, Josh is going to shimmy, okay? So that gives us a chance to have a look at how your angle is and how you're going to fit. And on the third 5 yard, on the 40, you're going to make a tackle on Shadowman, okay? Now I'm going to walk through it with Josh here, okay? All right? So set, go. Okay. Set, go. Good. Good. Tackle. What did you do?
Head on the wrong side.
All right, do it again quickly. Let's do it again. Come on, get back. Go. Good. Set, go. It's good. Good footwork. Good foot. Tight hands. Tight hands. Better. Well done. Much better. Much better. Well done. Okay, so coaches, we're moving on to step 3, which is the finish, our final step in the 3-part shadow tackling fundamentals. And now we're on to drill 2, which is called ball destruction. So this is the more advanced part of the finish drills. And we're going to be working with Eric Flowers, NFL vet, on this. And the goal of this is to disrupt the ball and create a turnover. So Eric is going to be working through creating a good angle to disrupt the ball. And obviously this is very unique in terms of you don't have to use a running back or a quarterback and go player to player here. You can put Shadowman in the line of fire. Coach Flowers, do you want to talk through this drill?
So what we're going to end up doing, if you mind holding this shadow drive, so we're going to simulate like we have a blocker here. We're going to get his hands off of us. So we're going to chop with a rip coming through. As he pulls it this way, we know our aiming point, our target. We're going to sink down to our level with the correct technique. Drive here, right there, and drop through. Swipe through, wrap up, secure the tackle, and knock the ball down with your free hand. Go. Good. Secure the tackle.
Recover it. Don't forget to recover it.
Let's go. Ready. Go. Hit it. There you go. Get there, get there, get there. I like it.
Get it, get it, get it.
Make sure we wrap up. Don't let go of it early. Don't let go of it early. Get a little base, get a little base, get a little base. There you go. Go! There you go. Rip. I like it. Find it. Scoop score, scoop score. Ah, now you're down.
The game of football is under attack, especially at the youth level, due to the fact of the rising increases of concussions from the NFL level down to the youth level. So with Shadowman, this eliminates the need for person-to-person contact in practice, thus mitigating the amount of injuries that you sustain, because in practice is where most kids sustain injuries. So by going to a tackling system like this, it's going to help, like I said, mitigate those injuries, but also it's going to keep your kids safer for the games that they're going to play on Saturday.